Hey guys, today we for the first video of the new year we're gonna go back to the roots of this whole channel actually for our anniversary. Majesty Lord Blaster, or more of the roots of when I played more of the roots of playing Vanguard. No, I was not around for OG era. I was around to watch it. I was not around to play it. So, those are the game, but that's beyond the point. So hopefully I can make more videos, but I've got no idea what's coming up because honestly none of the decks seem to appeal to me and I don't know if there's any deck worth covering. I'll see if there's anything interesting. I might cover a Leo deck, but that's the best. Whatever. Anyway, today we're covering Majesty Lord Blaster because of Genslot. It's gonna be a very strange build because I am technically missing a card. I'm just too broke to be bothered. Other than that, let's just get it started. First, of course, we start off with our Royal Paladin best friend, Vanguard Brave. If you go second, draw a card, basic stuff. Little Sage Marin. The reason why Vanguard Brave matters is when this unit is rolled upon by a Grade 2 Blaster, you can top 7 for a Blaster in Grade 2 Blaster in its card name, add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. If you fail to do that, you may call Vanguard Brave to our soul. Best friend. Second effect doesn't matter, I'm not going to cover it, basically it gets 2k, but that's not important. Buster Blade skill is when it's placed on Vanguard, you can counterblast 1, retire your opponent's unit. If you fail to retire, you draw a card. Second effect is you can only retire grade 2 or greater card. You won't use the regular effect because of this specific build, it's very strange and ironic. Blast MLB, which is our key boss unit of this year, of the beginning of this year at least. If you have Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark in your soul, it gains plus 2000 power and a crit. Pretty cool. It works on the opponent's turn too, so it's a 15k base inherently. When this unit attacks, you may perform one of the following. So basically you can do both, but you usually only perform one in this build because it's the best I can do. Basically, when this unit attacks, you may put a... I can't remember how to read this. When you put a Blaster Blade into the soul, you choose one of your opponent's unit and retire it. If you put Blaster Dark into the soul for cost, you gain an additional drive for the turn. That's all it is. It's a high base with triple drive. It has no inherent multi-attack because Bushiro decided not to give multi-attack to a 15k base. Yeah, thank you, but 18... No problem, you can do multi-attack. Anyway, going to the main deck. Persona Rights maxed out, of course. If you're not maxing out Persona Rights, you're not playing the game. I think. At least in most decks. I think Wellstrike has a few builds where you run 1. I don't know. Anyway, you run 3. Other grade 3s are Fire Regalis. Oops, spoilers. And 3 Nebula, 9 Order. Because I have grown to the point that I just need good ditch fodder and board building. At this point, MLB has nothing. So board recovery is very important. So Nebula, 9 Order you basically cannot play, but you can use the ability, and when you use the act ability, you remove it from the game, and then you can top 5 for any... You can perform the following, but the most important one is basically top 5 and call anything that's the same grade or below it to your rear guard. Nebula 9 essentially the same thing, except you play it and you look at top 7. That's basically all you need to know. So you can play one Nebula Knight and one Fire Regalis within the same turn because you're not playing Nebula, the Fire Regalis, which is quite cool. So you can call 2 units for free from drop. How fun! Then we just run our main support at 4 copies because we want ditch fodder, and also you want to see pieces. King of Knights against a lot. Basically, when it's this, you cannot have a G zone for this basically, but you get all the abilities. When you discard it for during your turn, you return this to the bottom of the deck. Search your deck up to 1 Blaster Blade in its card name from your deck, and then add it to your hand and shuffle the deck. A second skill is when this unit attack, it may gain 5000 power for each of your opponent's grade. Then you may give a crit. You give it a crit, and then you bottom deck it to add a Blaster Blade from your deck of Soul. Which is really funky considering how I end up building this deck. It's actually pretty okay. I playtested it. I haven't tested it in actual battle. If I change the build, I'll update it in whatever fight video I'm going to release. If not, this is the build I'm sticking with for now. I've been more fun with Alfred anyway. But this is the build that after discussing with friends, I kind of decided to try because it's pretty good. We're only running one Blaster Blade in main deck, which is a bit kind of insane, all things considered, and ironic, considering if you saw my Alpha video, I max copied this, which is hilarious. But yeah, so you only run one because you kind of use Alfred to Lancelot to search into it for once, and then the rest is Blaster Blade the Vanguard. Then you use this as Alfred so that you can against a lot, so that you can cycle this indefinitely. It's just ditch fodder and it's a free 5k shield. You trade off no shield for all shield. So yeah, we run one ace unit because every deck that can run an ace unit will run an ace unit basically on place. Doesn't care where. It has a unique skill. You may use it once per fight. You basically activate it against 5k energy plus 3. Look at top 7. Choose a unit. Call it to rear. The same grade or below. Then you can pick this or the other unit, and it gains resist. Basically, it cannot be chosen, cannot be retired. Effect, and then until the end of your opponent's turn, then this unit, when this unit attacks, it gains additional 5,000 power. And then if you have 4 more units, 4 more rear guards specifically, not units, 4 more rear guards, it gains an additional 5, so it gains 10 if you have 4 more rear guards. Which isn't too hard with this build, but it includes the summon account, but still. You just want to confirm with you guys. Yep, 4. Anyway, we run 3 Guillotine. I am not a big fan. I don't know, man. I was thinking of using Emmeline, but Emmeline has to be called from hand, so I'm like, screw it. Just use this. Basically one of two, two of the generic effects you can use. 2 of the effects you can use. When this unit is placed, if you're a Vanguard or Royal Paladin, which is always, because there's a Royal Paladin deck, you can energy blast 3, draw a card. But the main cost is counter blast 1 to draw a card. When this unit attacks a greater units, it gains 5,000 power. You have 4 more, it gains 10 instead, which is why I did this, because Emmeline gives the same number anyway. So I was like, I'll take the draw instead of the whiff because of the lack of blasters in this deck. Then of course, naturally, we run 4 blaster darts for the extra drive. Occasionally, you will use the retire skill where you just on place counter blast 1, retire rear guard, and then you choose one of your opponent's rear guard and retire it. So this is how you're getting some of your retire power. It gains 5,000 power, but it doesn't matter because this goes to soul first anyway, so it's irrelevant. You just want it for the drive. Next is our last grade 2, Blaster Blade the Vanguard, which is the core of this multi-attack engine. So we're only doing 4 attacks. Yes, I know it's 4, it's crazy, but honestly, I've grown really jank and tired with dealing Cordelia. I'm like, if Butcher wants MLB to have 5 for some reason, they need to make a better shit than Cordelia. Cordelia is too jank. So anyway, this one in premium MLB list, you've seen me upload. We use it, of course, and it is the foil version because it's so much nicer. Basically, continuous when this unit is your soul, your Vanguard's Majesty Lord Blaster in his card name. A Majesty Lord Blaster Vanguard base power is 18,000. So combined with this is how do I put it? Combined with this is basically 20,000 power base because it's 18 plus 2, so it's 20, so it does make Magnolia players cry. So if Magnolia's in the meta, MLB players rejoice, you're gonna have fun. When this unit when you're at the end of the battle, your Vanguard, with your grade 3 Vanguard attacks, counter plus 1 bind blaster with Royal Paladin for its clan from your Vanguard circle, and then you can write this as stand. And then it gains plus additional 5,000 power, so that it hits actual numbers. And then when this unit is placed on Vanguard circle independently, you can energy blast 3 and retire Rearguard. So the funny thing is you can put this in right deck. I don't recommend it. It doesn't freaking do anything other than retire, and oftentimes you don't use the EV anyway, so whatever. But it is a great 2 blaster. It is Blaster Blade. The Vanguard is your IG boy, and it's representing you. We run 2 Ordeal Dragons because we don't run enough blasters to be worth it. But it is a 13k booster. If you have Blaster Blade and Dark into your soul, it doesn't count with Vanguard, so that's pretty funny. And then when this unit attacks, at the end of the battle, it attacks, you may put attacks are boosted. You may put this in your soul top 7 for a blaster, add it to your hand. Any blaster that includes Persona Ride copies. Great. Nobody cares, because we're just there for the numbers. Ideally, you want Dissection Angel for that slot, so if you do have it, good, go use it. I cannot be bothered because it's $70 a pop and I ain't paying that money. We're running 4 Cocoas for early game, and that's actually funny. Basically, you cannot have G-Zone, it's the same as Gensler for this one. Second one basically says if you put a card from your hand into soul when this unit's placed on rearguard circle, let top 2, add 1 to hand and the other one to the top or to soul. If you don't like what you on top, you can just put it into soul, and then again, if your opponent is greater and they check trigger, whether it's trigger drive check or damage check, this just gained 10,000 power and shield, so it's a 15k shield value. Pretty good, pretty strong. It's okay. Trigger lineups wise, we run 1 Elementaria, 3 Shadow Paladin PGs because I like clans. We play clans. Can't use it though, but whatever. It's just a PG. It's just effect PG. We run the blue OT. Basically, if you offensive check this, you gain a crit and additional drive. Very clutch. This is a very clutch card because since you're already lacking plussing, this is gonna plus you pretty okay. I mean, you're not completely lacking plussing. It's just, you know, gives you a drive and a crit, so it will guarantee lethal. So you're having more crits. Can't go wrong with that on your van. Still, probably I should run blue OT. I will consider it. We'll see how. We run 3 draw front triggers because we are attacking Vanguard twice first, then we're attacking the 2 rear, so that's how that works. We run 8 crits and then the 4 heals. That's the deck. Honestly, this feels okay. If you're a long time MLB enjoyer, you have my respect. I've been playing this deck for 2 years, and I enjoyed it quite a lot. And then when I fought Shiranui, I was the happiest man alive, and I don't know if I'm happy anymore when I fight Shiranui, but we'll see when I fight Shiranui again. But MLB will always hold a special place in my heart, considering this is the first deck I did pick up. So at the start of New Year's, not a big deck to like look back into. As always, like and subscribe. Comment what deck you want me to cover, and I'll see if I can cover it. And of course, support your local card shop. You may, if you're in Singapore, visit Acme TCG. It's near Harbourfront, and it's off recording. And like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video, and have a happy new year. Bye.